I visited the actual location of my favorite 100 famous views of Edo, painted by Ando Hiroshige, to see how the scene looks today. 111. Taikobashi Bridge at Meguro and Yuhino-oka, depicts a bridge over the Meguro River, down a steep hill from present-day Meguro Station. Please check where that is located on the wide area map first. The main stage of this project will be a small bridge located exactly 2 or 8 kilometers south-southwest of Edo Castle. See enlarged map. If you continue along Meguro-dori, the main street that crosses Meguro Station, you will gently turn down Gonnosuke-zaka and cross the Meguro River at Meguro Shinbashi Bridge, beyond which, on the left corner of Yamate-dori, you will find Otori Shrine, famous for its rake fair. The Taiko-bashi Bridge, the setting of the present painting, is another bridge downstream from this Meguro Shinbashi Bridge. The perspective of Hiroshige's painting has a red gradient. This is covered by a pictorial map of the time. However, the locations and scale do not match, except at the drum bridge point, so please see this for reference only. Next, please see the GC map with the exact location. Cover it with the map of that time by Jiko Map. Please enjoy a short historical walk here. The road from Shirokane Imazato-mura, the predecessor of today's Meguro-dori, heading southwest crosses the man-made river, Midayasu, on its way. Just at this point is the present-day Meguro Station. Now, if you follow the road, you will go down the gentle Gonnosuke-zaka slope, but immediately after passing the station, the road cranks slightly to the left and goes down the steep Gianin-zaka slope. Before the new Gonnosuke-zaka was opened in the Edo period, this slope was an important road, known as Fudago-michi, leading from Edo City to Meguro-suji. This is indicated by the blue dotted line. Around the first half of the 17th century, a Jyoja from Udanizan, one of the 3 mountains of Dewa, built the Dainichi Nyorai Hall and began ascetic practices, which gradually attracted many Gyojin to live there, hence the name Gianinzaka. As soon as you start to descend the slope, Daenji Temple, where this Dainichi Nyorai Hall is located, appears on the left. Daenji Temple was also the site of the Great Miwa Fire, one of the 3 major fires of the Edo period, which spread 24 kilometers from here, killed 15,000 people and destroyed Nihonbashi and Uno. The fire was also known as the Meguro Gioinzaka Fire, as it was caused by the arson of Daenji Temple by a monk from Kumagaya Mujuku in Bushu. In memory of the victims of this fire, Daenji built a stone statue of 500 arhats, which remains to this day. The Daenji Temple is also home to the tombs of Ashichi Yaoaya, grocer, and his lover Kichisaburo. The 16-year-old daughter of a grocer in Hongo, Edo, was burnt out in the Great Tenwa Fire of 1683 and took refuge with her parents at a temple, where she fell in love with Kichisaburo, a young priest of the temple of the same age. Eventually, the shop is rebuilt and the family returns, but Ashichi's feelings for Kichisaburo only grow stronger. Thinking that if his house burned down again, she would be able to live at the temple with Kichisaburo again, she sets fire to her house with the sole intention of seeing him again. Although the fire was quickly extinguished and only a small blaze broke out, Ashichi was caught for arson and was sent to the Suzugamori Penitentiary where she was burnt at the stake. It is not known if this story is true, but Ihara Seikaku turned it into a story as Kashoku Ganin Ana, the 5 Women of Good Color, which became a big hit in jewelry, kabuki and theatrical performances. Kichisaburo later became an ordained priest and took refuge in Myoain Temple, which was located below the Daenji Temple, to make a memorial service for the spirit of Ashichi. It is said that Kichisaburo changed his name to Seian and made a vow to visit Meguro Fudo and Asakusa Kannon for 10,000 days, making the 40 kilometers round trip, rain or shine, chanting the Buddhist prayer. At the entrance to Meguro Gajon, after descending Gianinzaka, there is still a well where Seian performed a water purification ceremony to pray for the repose of the well of Ashichi before going on his Buddhist pilgrimage. Further along Gianinzaka, there is a Taikobashi Bridge over the Meguro River. The Edo Mishozu gives a good idea of the location of the Daenji Temple, Myoain Temple and the Taikobashi Bridge. Crossing the Taikobashi Bridge, at the end of the road, to the right was Otori Shrine and to the left Meguro Fudo. This Gianinzaka and the Taikobashi Bridge were pilgrimage roads for Edo citizens. The Taikobashi Bridge in the Edo Meisho Zoo shows the bridge in great detail. You can see that it was a magnificent bridge built firmly with masonry. Only the roof of the tea house Shogatsu-aya on the left side of this painting is also depicted in Hiroshige's painting. There are various theories as to who built this Taikobashi Bridge, but it is said that Seiyan Shonin, who was ordained by Kichisaburo, the lover of Ukiyo-e, built the bridge after collecting donations from the people of Edo during his ascetic training. A sign with the legend of Kichisaburo was placed at the Daenji Temple on the east side of the bridge, and the stone used for the Taikobashi Bridge is said to have been placed there. The first stone arch bridge in Japan was the Meguro Bridge in Nagasaki. It is said to have been built by a monk who came to Japan from China and became the second abbot of Kafukuji Temple. It is said that Seiyan Shonin traveled all the way to Nagasaki to learn the techniques used to build the Meguro Bridge and built this bridge, but this too is not known for certain. However, looking at the structure, it is very similar. Now let's take a closer look at Hiroshige's painting. The overgrown mountain on the left was Myoin Temple at the time, and the whole area was called Yuhino-oka, a famous scenic spot acclaimed for the beautiful autumn leaves in the grove that shone in the setting sun. Hiroshige depicted it as a snow scene with peony snow falling quietly from the dark sky. The blue stream running to the far end is the Meguro River, which, unlike today, meanders onwards and flows almost entirely through the wilderness to Shinagawa-juku. Go left over the Taikobashi Bridge, which is crossed by people wearing snow-covered umbrellas and sugasa, and you will go up Gianinzaka, a steep slope. The private house on the right, with only its roof visible, is thought to be the Shogatsu-aya tea house selling shiruko mochi, sweet red bean paste cake, as depicted in the Edo Meisho Zoo. I have actually been here. This is the view from what is probably Hiroshige's point of view. Ahead in front is Meguro Gajon and the white building is Arko Tower, which was built in the garden of Gajon. The Taikobashi Bridge that Hiroshige painted was washed away by torrential rain on September 1, 1920, and has been replaced by a new, flat bridge. This is the view from the current Taiko Bridge looking downstream towards the Meguro River. This is a view from the current Taikobashi Bridge looking upstream towards the Meguro Shinbashi Bridge on the Meguro River. The area beyond Meguro Station is now a popular cherry blossom viewing spot, visited by many tourists in spring. I tried to fit the current image into Hiroshige's painting. The angle is a little low, but I wonder if it retains its former appearance. The bridge is now a flat bridge named Taiko-bashi. It is not known to this day whether the original story of Ukiyo-e was an actual event. There is also no proof that the bridge was built by Seiyan, who is said to have been a former lover. Did Seiyan, who visited Asakusa for nearly 30 years to mourn, really travel to Nagasaki to learn how to build bridges? However, the Taikobashi Bridge was a well-known bridge that actually existed here in Hiroshige's time. This snowy winter sky tells us something about it.